Yeah.
My bad, I had the mute button on. ATP, what it do with your boy Claymore Rain? Yeah, it's that ATP Combat Media Show. Shout out to all my subscribers. If this is your first time tapping into the content, I am going to invite you guys to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit your bell icons as well, so you are getting alerts when all this content is dropping. So it's in the books, guys. Jaime Munguia, Eric Bazinyan is in the books. Jaime Munguia stops Eric Bazinyan in a 10th round out of a 12-round bout. What a victory for Jaime Munguia. Eric Bazinyan, 32 wins, undefeated fighter, 20-somewhat knockouts. Another big challenge for Jaime Munguia. Let's put it all in perspective at this point, right? Jaime Munguia comes in now, improves his record to 44 wins, 35 knockouts, 1 defeat by the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez. Jaime Munguia really is showing and improving that he is the top guy at 168 right now. I mean, outside of Canelo Alvarez, of course, but when you really look at what he's able to do, the amount of punches that he's able to put out in each round, the intensity, he's always looking for the finish. An exciting Mexican fighter, explosive fighter that everybody likes to see perform. You know he's going to put it all out there, and he's delivering time after time after time again, coming off of a defeat from a Canelo Alvarez that he has nothing to keep his head down about, right? But let's be honest, didn't get knocked out. He did get knocked down in that fight, but he got up, fought, probably gave Canelo the best fight that Canelo's had in a long time. Actually won rounds, you know what I mean? He got beat pretty convincingly, but still, a lot of boxers would check that night, and people may have had questions. You got to ask yourself, how does a Jaime Munguia recover from a loss from Canelo Alvarez like that? Making his comeback, he made some hard decisions as well, as he got rid of Freddie Roach as his head coach and decided to go with his old coach that he was with, and also made some big changes with the promotional company he was with, as this was on a top ranked card. He went overhead and moved over to Bob Arum to put himself in position and take advantage of some opportunities that were going to be there at 168 pounds. This kid, grown man, however you want to look at it, has made some big decisions in the name and in the spirit of his career, moving forward in the right way, right? He moves over the top rank to come fight Eric Bazinyan, who's in line in his own right to start challenging for some top competitors, and takes the challenge on without a problem. The fight, guys, was a very, very competitive fight. I mean, Jaime Munguia was trying to put that pressure on Eric Bazinyan early in the fight and had opportunities. I don't want to say had opportunities, but created opportunities for himself when he hurt Eric Bazinyan a few times in the fight. Eric Bazinyan was able to be resilient, come back with his own shots, was winning. In my opinion, up until the 6th round, it was damn near an even fight. You could have gone either way with it. To be honest with you, I was probably leaning more towards Eric Bazinyan, but was able to let his hands go, find shots, working the body as he was doing it. I think the one problem that Jaime Munguia may have to pay attention to, especially when you start getting in the ring with the Caleb Plants of the world, you got to pay attention to where your head is at. He likes to pull straight back a little bit, and he gets caught in those situations whenever he does that. He was doing that with Eric Bazinyan tonight, and Eric Bazinyan was able to capitalize on those opportunities. Jaime Munguia was getting hit with some shots, you know what I mean? And maybe that's something he wants to work on. Maybe, that's just part of the game. You got to be willing to get hit sometimes so you can hit back, so you can counterpunch. But outside of that, he was able to turn it up. I'd say around the 9th round, you didn't know which way it was really going to go. It kind of looked like he was getting a little exhausted, like the conditioning was getting into question. But now thinking about it and putting some hindsight to it, maybe he was just taking some rounds off. But either way, come the 10th round, he turned it back on as he started to let his hands go, punches and bunches, hooks, level changes, attacking the body, stayed on the body all night, made sure he did, kept Bazinyan on his back foot. Bazinyan was doing the best he could, but ultimately had to succumb to the pressure, the ultimate pressure of Jaime Munguia stepping forward and throwing those shots, and finally clipped him, caught him with a shot on the top of the head, lost his equilibrium, was not able to recover once he got him against those ropes, put him down the ground, wasn't able to respond to the 10 count. Got up too late. Referee had to go ahead and put it in the books as a stoppage. So Jaime Munguia does the work. Says in the post conference, excuse me, in the post fighter, not the post fighter, but in the ring. As he stated that he'd be looking forward to fighting either Caleb Plant or Edgar Berlanga. Look, Jaime Munguia already has his game plan set out there. He's very aware of what he's here to do, and there's no more whoever they want to give me. I'm ready for whoever. No, he put 2 fighters out there immediately without wasting any time and said it's either going to be Caleb Plant or it's going to be Edgar Berlanga. I thought that was pretty interesting. Let's see what happens, and if they're able to put these fights together. Let's see if Caleb Plant wants to step up and come up against a Jaime Munguia, or can Caleb want to take his shot at trying to come out of Canelo Alvarez, which leaves an opening for Edgar Berlanga and Jaime Munguia. Great fights either way. I feel like the 168-pound division is coming together. Guys, you know how I feel about it. The division was in question when David Benavidez and David Morrell decided to move up to light heavyweight. It was kind of like what's going on in the super middleweight division. Well, look, here we are. We've got Jaime Munguia, we've got Edgar Berlanga, we've got Caleb Plant, we've got Christian Mbili. We've got fighters ready to go at the 168-pound division outside of Canelo Alvarez, and exciting fights. Let's see what Canelo does, who he's thinking about fighting next. Maybe he might do something crazy and vacate some of those belts and allow these fighters, let's get some champions, some championship boxing going on at 168 pounds. But you guys let me know if you haven't seen the fight. Take a look at the fight. If you did see the fight, what did you think? Has Jaime Munguia arrived? I got to tell you guys, I think he has. I think he's the best 168-pound fighter in the division now, outside of Canelo Alvarez. Now, if you want to go ahead and throw Caleb Plant's name in there, that's up to you guys. He did just come off of one of his best performances, but I think Jaime Munguia has been very consistent. But, one way to find out for sure is to get both those guys in the ring, right? So let's see what Caleb Plant decides to do, as he just fought last week. Jaime Munguia fighting this week. They can easily get on each other's radar, and we can see them fighting, right? Now, of course, we got to deal with cross promotions and across the street politics and this, that, and the other. But, outside of that, we got some great fights and some great matchups sitting there at 168. That can be some great fights, and let's not forget about Diego Pacheco as well, who's right there ready to be in that conversation as well, looking for his dance partner so that he can get somebody with some credibility, top 5 guy on his resume to make a statement, let it be known that he's here as well. So guys, let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. It's your boy Claymore Rain. Once again, Jaime Munguia, Eric Bazinyan in the books, right? And shout out to Emiliano Vargas, putting in that work, doing what he's supposed to do, talking about conversations, or people are putting him in the prospects of the year conversation. Sorry, Emiliano. I think we know Abdullah Mason's going to take that spot. That kid has been so busy. Got a fight coming up in a few weeks again, right? Well, in November, he'll be fighting on the Keyshawn Davis's card. That kid is active. So we're talking about prospect of the year. It's going to be difficult to take that away from Abdullah Mason. But Emiliano Vargas performed tonight, did a great job. Congratulations to him and his family. Can't wait to see what else they got on the menu as well. But Jaime Munguia puts it in the books, stops Eric Bazinyan, and is looking forward for bigger and better fights. Named out Edgar Berlanga and Caleb Plant as 2 fighters that two contenders that he'd love to get in the ring with. Let's see how it turns out for him. Let's see what Bob Arum's able to do for him as well. But until the next video, with your boy Claymore Rain, it's that ATP Combat Media Show. Remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe if this is your first time tapping into the content. Hit your bell icon so you get alerts on when this content is dropping. And at this point, you know how we carry it. Was in it, and in the same way, we out.